Question 4. Renee is analyzing the quality of requirement related to the development of a pension management tool to track the performance of pensions and redirect funds. Some requirements were elicited from a senior pension advisor. One requirement reads, customers shall be able to view other savings and investments outside of their pensions and assess the impacts on their pension. Which of the following best describes this requirement? A. Concise. B. Ambiguous. C. Testable. D. Irrelevant. Let's evaluate each option. Option A. Concise. This means the requirement is brief and to the point. The requirement is stated in one sentence, but it might not be fully concise because it combines two ideas: viewing other savings and assessing impacts. However, the main issue isn't necessarily about conciseness. Option B, ambiguous. This means the requirement is open to multiple interpretations. Let's see if that's the case. The requirement says view other savings and investments, but doesn't specify what kinds of savings or investments, how they are viewed, or what assess the impacts means. How does viewing other savings affect the pension? What impacts are being assessed? This seems vague and could be interpreted in different ways. For example, does assess the impacts mean the system should provide analysis, or is it just for the customer to see? This lack of clarity makes it ambiguous. Option C, testable. For a requirement to be testable, it must be clear and measurable so that we can verify if it has been met. This requirement is not testable because it doesn't define what view entails or what assess the impacts means. There are no clear criteria for success. For instance, how would we test if a customer can assess impacts? What specific impacts? This makes it difficult to test. Option D, irrelevant. This means the requirement isn't related to the project. The project is about a pension management tool to track pension performance and redirect funds. Allowing customers to view other savings and assess impacts on their pension could be relevant because it might help in overall financial planning, but it might not be directly core to pension management. However, it's not entirely irrelevant because it could be part of a broader financial dashboard. But the question doesn't provide enough context to deem it irrelevant, so this might not be the best choice. The correct answer is ambiguous because the requirement is unclear and open to multiple interpretations. Here's why. Other savings and investments isn't defined. Does it include bank accounts, real estate, ISAs, or stocks? Assess the impacts is vague. Does it mean running simulations, seeing graphs, or receiving advice? There's no measurable outcome or test criteria. Hope this helps.